Hello and good evening, all you lords and ladies of fate. You have once again found yourself in the self-proclaimed only Twitch TTRPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to significantly impact the stories being told on your screens. In order to do so, you must spend the fate chips. 1 fate chip. 2 fate chips and more. These are our loyalty points that you earn just by watching, following, posting, subscribing, or even for engaging with us in the chat. Use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon in a custom item, or make our players say silly things. You can even force the adventurers into random encounters. Tonight, we are playing Rifts by Palladium Books, a strange post-apocalyptic world where Robotechs meet Ninja Turtles. I am Count Julian. I shall be the GM for the evening. And with us we have Chance playing Felix the Totem Warrior. Michael playing Rembrandt Brown, the Weapon X Super Soldier. Dave playing Kier the Hatchling Great Horned Dragon. Bill playing Demetrius the Atlantean Voyager. And April playing Sophia the Atlantean Mind Melter.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
I will not be doing that the only.
Yeah, thank you. I will. I can't help but do the Count Floyd cracks on that. If you've never seen SCTV, Julian, we need to introduce you to that.
I can do it for a while, but anyway, we find ourselves once again on Rift Earth with our lovely heroes. Some of them very shiny, apparently. And they are in Hope, the barony in Colorado, where they have taken a bit of a side mission, investigating some cows that gone missing. They apparently have gone missing quite quickly and during the night. Only clue was a small girl having nightmares about mooing and purple lightning.
And lots of shit.
You didn't. And lots of shit. Apparently they have evacuated their bowels quite quickly when whatever happened. You further investigated and decided to track these rosters of cows through your senses. And a bit of a suspicion about something about crystal caves because you found some ground crystal on the floor. Well, not floor, but ground. As you were driving along, the Atlanteans caught a whiff of a vampire. A vampire! And a little bit further on than that, a sudden explosion came about and Lenny screamed in horror and pain. As you crashed, well, not as much crashed as stopped, you saw that the damages were tough but repairable, but were interrupted by the sudden sense of supernaturalness going on and Felix being ever ready, dug into the earth and found a skull of a zombie cow. You were then attacked by these zombie cows who dug themselves out of the earth, and they were defeated very swiftly by a quick-thinking Sophia, who exorcised the spirits from these zombies and ripped the magic out of the air. You then heard a thundering mooing across the sky that proclaimed that he will have his vengeance and he is Lord Bollocks. And you are foul, Atlanteans. Apparently. So you now stand not far from the glittering rocks, the caverns of crystal where you were going, and is quite sure that this Lord Bollocks probably has something to do with what's going on. You're still missing about 450 cattle, and whatever happened to them anyway. And all of a sudden, a dragon pops out of the air.
Oh, Jesus, where did you come from?
Here, you appear.
Yeah. I was just that way. There's really not that.
You missed the excitement. They blew up Lenny.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ow!
They blew up Lenny.
I'm sorry. Do you need me to fly you guys to where we're going now?
Oh no, it's just up the way. We're close.
Oh, okay.
We're close. We can get.
Yeah, there's not a lot of forest
By
out
the way,
here.
zombie cows.
Zombie cows?
Zombie cows. Yep. Zombie cows.
Ooh.
You do notice a lot of cow corpses, very decayed corpses lying around.
Ew. I'm gonna have to be careful about what I eat out here.
Yeah. I don't think you want to eat those things. They're pretty ripe.
This here is Taco Bell versions.
Oh, we're not even going that good.
However, I want to find and punch this Lord Bollocks in the face.
Mm-hmm. Until he has none.
So let's go! Crystal Caves! We come a-callin'.
You leave Lenny behind? I think
Yeah,
you
I
wanted to
concealed him.
camouflage him.
I did a concealment and rolled like 20 under.
Yeah, cool. Then you head onwards towards, well, something that's probably pretty easy to find. One, you have a spot on the map. Two, apparently the ley line seems to be heading that direction. Once more, much to your joy and sorrow, depending on which player. The weather is still bad, but not doomy lightning bad. And you head on north towards the caverns. Now I would like Felix to please make me that wonderful sense magic thing you got going.
Happily. 40 plus 5 per level. I really need to put that down on my bottom skill so it automatically calculates.
You will be using it a lot. I'll make sure of that.
Dash roll 1d100 less than 55. I'm blind as a bat this episode too, apparently. Completely distracted 2 episodes in a row.
I need to make up some excuse about why your senses don't work. You've been cursed by a witch. A witch, I say.
People handing out swords is no basis for a source of government.
Turn me into a newt.
I need to start rolling for you too.
Yeah.
Just about.
April, you gotta just be the team rollers for some time. Anyway, you notice nothing. Everything seems to be fine. It's fine. You can all roll me a perception check, though. Don't need supernatural senses to do that. Including you, Felix. Oh,
I rolled a 1.
yeah, I don't think it matters. Remy seems to have been very perceptive.
I think that's the first time I passed a perception roll.
And with gusto.
Oops, hang on a second. I've got the wrong window up on there.
Yours actually has bonuses.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm. Your character gets bonuses to perception. I think it's like +4.
This one should be correct.
Plus one.
Hmm?
Plus one.
It's 4.
But that's not the racial skill. That's just your.
Oh.
Just your IQ.
I wonder if my IQ bonus would add to that as a skill. Right now, I'm going to assume no. I'll have to look into if that adds into
I
it.
think
Dog
we
boys.
talked about that before. It's a trained skill, so I would say yes. I think we had this conversation before, so yes.
I don't know. It's
You can
innate to
train
being a
yourself to
dog
get
boy.
better. I would say yes.
I'm good with that.
But it seems that only Felix, the great tracker, spots nothing. And even the one who's outside, well, you're all outside now, so that doesn't really matter. The rest of you notice that in the distance, you all notice the mountains that you're headed towards. They're hard to miss. But at the feet of the mountains, everyone but Felix noticed small flashes. Sort of like flash grenades exploding.
Huh.
Remy? You, with your natural 20, notice this is not flash grenades. You know flash grenades. You've used them many a time. It seems more like some of the bursts of light you've seen around Laszlo and also the Baronies. Kind of these globe of daylight things you've been seeing around.
Okay, so if they're going off, then I would assume that somebody's sending them off. So we should probably go and investigate. They might need our help. So I make sure I have my goggles on, my visor screen, and I turn my lights on. How far away is this?
About half a kilometer, which is, sorry, my
How much in distance? I mean, time traveled.
not any more than in a couple of minutes if you run.
Alright.
You can see it in the distance, kind of thing. So if you run, you can get there quick.
All right. Yeah, I think we should head over.
You begin to rush. Do the rest of you follow?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
What?
gonna pull out my TW Thunder gun, make sure it's loaded.
Is something happening? Where are you going?
Yeah, situation.
Runs away
Flashes.
all of a sudden.
Oh, snap! Sorry, I was. Let's go!
Following behind on his horse, going, okay, I'm getting there. You all head towards the flashing lights. And as you approach, you do indeed see a battle going on. Somewhat one-sided, even though small intervals of peace for whoever's in the middle as these flashes goes off, and the obviously vampires, very obviously vampires, are thrown back and then they attack again when the globe dies down. You see, I'll just reveal some pictures of both the vampires attacking this poor person and the person that's being attacked. There are 5 of the critters at this moment, and the man in the middle looks very unhappy.
Well, see, it's a problem right there. You think he's gonna be going down?
Tattoos.
You notice he's fighting them with a revolver. And every now and then sending these flashes up the air.
Okay, so the Atlanteans seeing this would immediately, start their tattoos and go rushing in.
Oh, I also see Felix is on the job. Remy, do you also rush in or do you stay behind? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Oops.
So what was the question?
You see the Atlanteans and run in towards the vampire fight. Do you do likewise?
Yes, I was turned on my lights and I was headed in.
Cool. And Kier? Dave? What do you want to do?
I am just going to back up the group and watch and see what's going on.
Enough. Well, everybody roll initiative then.
Okay.
Punching things. Surely I can do that today.
Well, shooting things, considering your stance, but let's see.
Really, I'm pretty slow today too.
Oh, God.
I'm 19.
Somehow the Atlanteans went into slow motion.
Yay!
Yeah, I can see that. The first one is you, April?
Yes.
Yeah.
She has a +6 though with her
Yeah.
Sixth Sense.
Exactly.
Oh, ooh.
6 for here.
Me, on the other hand, I'm back. I'm the
People. 7. And the vampies. Ooh, very fast vampies. And cowboy
Behold,
guy.
the sun.
Very fast cowboy guy. Good.
You
Well,
know Glow of Daylight, don't you, Dragon?
I do, yes.
Throw
Oh,
that over top of us, please.
yes, of course.
well, Remy, you're first with 19.
All right. So, is there anywhere to take cover?
Yeah, there's a couple of hills here and there, and some of the mountains sticking out is kind of cover size. So yeah, you could take them.
All right. So I take cover, I take aim, and I fire at a vampire.
Yes. What do you use?
I guess I use the there was a shotgun.
Yeah. Cool. Then give me a strike roll with your rifle strike bonus.
Okay, that would be 7.
Oh,
So that would be 20.
definitely a hit. Give me some damage.
I don't know what the damage is for the gun.
Oh, just.
Hold on.
It's hit points, and it's like 4D.
I think it's 4 or 5d6. I can just check it out.
Yeah, I think it was 46.
It was the shotgun, right?
Right.
Then it is 5d6.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So that's 14.
Very nice.
What was the range on that?
I think it was 300 feet or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, 300 feet. That was pretty well remembered. Pretty bad at those.
I have it written down now, so you don't have to worry about it.
Excellent. So, Vampy 1 gets 14 damage. Cool. You see this squirt of water coming out of your super soaker as the small crystal on top lights up and hits the vampire, and what should do nothing but maybe annoy a person kind of melts into it like acid, and you see muscle exposed, and it screams and looks over in your general direction. So that gets us to the cowboy. The cowboy will level his revolver and shoot at one of the wild vampires. He is apparently... Oh, well, when he does have pluses, he does hit, but it will try to dodge him because it
Yes,
knows he's
definitely.
there. So no, he does not hit with his apparent silver bullet.
It's like tattoos, you actually have to activate it. In fact, I didn't activate both of those.
And that gets us to the vampires.
Armor and
One of the vampires will rush towards you, Remy. It's
Strike.
very fast. And it will try and claw into you. Not very well. You can parry a 7 if you want to. You should probably parry, but... Oh! Yep. Well, you hit.
Is that auto? That's the auto fail, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
You get 8 points of mega damage on your armor
Okay.
as it claws into you. The 4 other wild vampires will attack the poor cowboy. And will most likely generally hit him. Let's see how he does. He is hit once. And you see them tear into his poncho that reveals an armor underneath. So that gets us to Sophia.
Can I activate my knight in full armor and chain with broken length tattoo?
If you want to, you can have activated those on your way, because you did have some time knowing you were hitting into battle.
Okay.
So I'm okay with you having already activated those.
Oh, okay. I didn't think past that.
Reach out with your mind.
Doesn't the light that I'm wearing give him damage as well?
At their heart.
The light, What light?
The lights that I put on my suit, the ones with crosses.
Oh, the cross thingies. No, actually not.
Which is anything at the heart. So aim to it. All shot.
Can I use my super telekinesis to pick up sticks and aim for the hearts?
Sure, not a lot of sticks around. Do you have stakes in your inventory?
You have a stake in hand, yeah, because that materializes as soon as we do our tattoos. So we have one already in our hand. You can throw
yeah, sure.
Part.
You can do that. Give me a strike roll. Any specific vampire or just any vampire?
A specific vampire, call shot to the heart, the closest one to her.
I guess that would be the one near Remy, really, at this point.
Okay. +2 to strike with your, but that's the only one she got.
So 11.
Yeah.
And it's a cold shot. So
Yeah.
no, that will not hit.
Bummer. Just pull it back to you.
It swipes the back of the vampire, and it does notice, because it is made to hurt it, but not enough to actually hurt it. So, Felix.
Now pull up your water cannon.
So I have a bow that can do 16 dice 6 damage to these sons of guns.
Yes, you do.
And I would like to use said bow to attempt to deal 16 dice 6 damage to these sons of a gun. Preferably the one that the Super X spy has already splattered with acidy water.
Yes, that is the one you're all targeting at the moment, so that should be no problem.
And I do have a +8 to strike. $23. He can burn a dodge roll. I'm okay with them losing an attack.
Well, he won't, because he doesn't really notice you. He is a wild vampire, so for now he just noticed the people damaging him. But that is a hell of a lot of damage. He definitely notices you now.
Torpor, bitch.
That's 65. Well, that actually just does it. You hit him pretty much in the heart, and he kind of flares up and becomes a skeleton that hits the ground.
Nice.
So that gets us to Kia.
All right, and I am going to cast Globe of Daylight, like was recommended to me.
Good. You don't need to roll for that, so you just do that. Now every vampire notices you, but don't want to go near you, which is kind of a lose-win situation. You now notice that everything is more light, and you see everybody as they are, definitely wild vampires, looking at you and going. But that gets us to Demetrius.
I'm gonna light him up with my super soaker gun.
You do that blast. Yeah, now that every vampire that's left is over by the cowboy, you can just pick one of them if you want to.
Because I think I have one that I bought before. It was actually like more than a shot. But I'm gonna keep going. Go to water rifle, 5d6 hit points. Yeah, I'll do that one. The water rifle. Roll me.
The hounds, they are barking. Do you have any pluses?
Not with a water gun. I just have pistols.
Those are my dogs. I'm sorry if they're coming through.
Yeah, I only have pluses with my pistols.
Don't you have a BP rifle?
I think so.
children of the night.
I do not see weapon proficiency. Uh-oh.
Oh, then you don't hit.
I put notes on those on the bottom. Weapon proficiency, handguns. I have handguns and archery. That's all I
Nope.
got.
Then you don't hit. You
Nope.
missed by 1.
So,
You need a squirt gun, not a squirt rifle.
yeah.
Definitely. Anyway, let's do round 2. That would be Rennie. Once more.
I shoot the shotgun again.
Against one of the vampires in the crowd.
The one I was fighting is down.
Yeah, it's a skeleton at this point.
I finished it
And-
off for you.
Okay, thanks.
Dave, could
And
you
what's
move
left
it,
around?
while it's not your turn?
What's left around?
4 vampires.
All right, so I'll take a shot at one.
My apologies. I'll be back before my turn is up again.
He could have just muted. That's all right.
That is a hit. So do give me damage. Very nice. Another squirt of watery acid hits the vile vampire and it squeals at you in pain.
Did I hit him?
So that would get us
Yes.
to the cowboy. The cowboy shoots his revolver once more and hits this time. Let's see if they touch. They do not touch. $17 damage for vampire number 2. You see the bullet have a much better effect than it should. It's probably silver. Which gets us to the vampires.
Bring it, clowns.
And they will all still hold their attack on the poor cowboy. Not have a nice day. Not at all. How much damage is that?
Okay, sorry about that. My wife has got guests over, and the dogs are going berserk.
That's fair. You can just mute it when it's not your turn.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, sounds like a good idea.
For the moment, anyway. Yes, but you definitely see the poor cowboy's armors being torn into. You don't really recognize the make, but it is pretty much almost gone. He looks quite desperate at this moment. He won't last for many rounds. Which gets us to Sophia.
Can I think I got one of the water pistols, right?
Yeah.
Can I use one of those to aim at one of them?
Sure. You hit. And the pistol was 3d6 or 2d6? That was 2d6.
Thank you.
Problem? Aw. It's kind of those days when you were doing the whole water fight and your water gun was just empty and everybody just stood and looked at you and laughed with the super. Kind of one of those moments. Well, you do some damage. I mean.
You gotta shake it a little bit to get the last few drops out.
Yep. Exactly. So that gets us to, let's see, Felix.
Once more,
Slayer of vampires. Apparently.
I'm gonna try to finish off the one that our Weapon X Super Spy has already acid watered.
Yep. That is definitely a hit.
Acid water.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what you did. That is definitely another skeleton.
We make a good team, bro.
Don't try that, kids. Don't try that at home, kids. Acid water is not recommended. My lords and ladies of fate here.
We are
Don't talk
highly
about it.
trained
It's dangerous.
professionals.
Well, yes, then there's 3 vampires left, and we get to Kier. Lit up by his globe of daylight.
Here, by the way, I think you're the one who got the minigun, the mini water cannon.
Oh, you're still muted, Dave.
Yeah. That's 1d4 times 10 hit points.
1d6 times 10.
1d6 times 10. Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to unload that. So, but I'm still in dragon form. So,
So you kind of hold it in one hand and just
no,
Slightly.
I land and start unslinging the water cannon. Okay, I land, turn into human form, then start unloading the water cannon. So
I think it would take you an attack to get
Yeah.
the water cannon
Yeah.
ready and on. So yeah, you're mounting the Ghostbusters gun.
that's right.
Excellent. And that gets us Demetrius. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to see the cowboy that's in trouble, and I'm going to basically use my super strength to run and barrel through anybody who gets in my way to get to him. And
You do a body smash? Yes, sure. Give me a strike roll.
come on, roll 20. Don't do it to me again. Hey, there we go. Finally, a good roll.
That is a hit. Do me punch damage.
Super strength.
You doing like a linebacker move?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just body blocking anything that gets in my way, out of the way. Punch damage would be. It doesn't tell me on my front page. Where's punch damage at? Oh wait, here we go.
You have supernatural
I
strength.
have supernatural strength, and it's a.
What is your supernatural strength stat?
20 at this point. Yeah.
You inflict 1 die 6 on a full strength, 2 die 6 on a power punch.
No 1d6.
At 4th level, I think your kick is 1d8. I know it is for mine.
Hey.
Yeah.
Julian, do you want me to roll a Lore Demons and Monsters to find out if I have been taught by my fellow scouts and guides on how to actually handle these creatures or not? Because I'm okay not knowing how to handle them. I can completely run that. You let me know.
You can do me a roll.
Okay.
That's fine. Something went wrong in the rolling of the d6. Oh. Ooh. Well, you punch into one of them, which does most definitely hurt it. Not as much as the other attacks have, but pushes it away, and you kind of covering for the poor guy who looks up at you and takes the moment you've given him to light his cigar and say thank you kindly.
I think making it by 42, I've got some knowledge here.
You do know that the skeletons might not be enough, and the whole Bernie part and the whole head part and stuff like that. Yes, you do know it. Very, very important distinction.
Yes.
Killing animals.
I didn't want to assume it, but I'm willing to roll for it.
Well, it does need a roll because it is not common knowledge.
The spirits taught me a couple of nights ago.
And that gets us to... Well, that's round 3. Let's go with Remy once more.
All right, so I don't know how much longer this guy can hold off, so I'm gonna just have to throw one of my flash grenades right at the.
Oh no,
center.
our tag team in here, we're dropping one around. I think.
How many up standing?
I say we keep doing this. You damage them, I finish them. It's a good tag team going on.
All right, so I'll take aim. But you know what? A flash grenade will affect more than just the one.
Yes, but it might not. It might stun them, but is it going to defeat them?
It is a glow with daylight.
We get a free round if it works. I'm gonna go with the flash grenade.
Hey,
Fair enough. That's a straight D20 because you didn't have targeting?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh!
Well, a great
I
big
say,
flash.
cover your eyes.
Good idea. But you just called me before I was about to do something very evil. Everybody can cover their eyes if they
Yes.
want to. Yes, you see the grenade hitting squarely where you want it, just between all the vampires, where they're just looking at it, following it, kind of like cats following a moving object. They shouldn't have done that. As the flash goes on, they all shriek and jump back from both Demetrius and the cowboy. And most definitely will use their turn to get away from that ball of energy. Very nice. So, the cowboy also covers his eyes because he has seen these things before and he also heard you. Will shoot once more into one of the vampies and he will hit this time. 16 damage. Yes, and the vampies will do nothing because they are blinded and very unhappy. So that gets us to Sophia.
Want to do my stake again with the super telekinesis?
Sure.
Ooh, sweet.
Ooh,
That's very-
direct hit.
Shot me in the heart.
Very, very nice.
Ouch.
You give vamps some heartburn.
I was gonna say hit me baby one more time, but damn.
Damn, very, very nice. Well, you hit squarely in the back where straight through the heart. As you see this vampire kind of turns into dust and a skeleton that just lies on the ground with a rattling noise.
Cool.
Very nice.
Like nice move.
Cool, thanks.
Yep. That gets us to Felix.
I'm going to go after the one that the cowboy injured.
Sure.
Another natural.
Natural 20s are flying. Dang.
You just have to show me how to finish it.
Go right ahead. Ow.
Sorry. Cackling.
Yes.
Cackling bad. I just dealt 118 points of damage, chat. 118 points. Damage.
And I would like to add to that these vampires have 60 hit points.
I think that's the rift
So that's
record.
well above what it has. Another one is most definitely dusted and skeleton.
One left. Tor for this,
So-
bitches.
That gets us to Kia. Oh, you're muted again. It takes some getting
Yep.
used to.
Okay, so I have unloaded the water cannon. There is one vampire left, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Shower.
Yep. Shower time indeed.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
Guess that 20.
Slash 20 plus. What is my
What was that?
general to strike plus 3?
Ran into it?
Ah, not 20, but 20.
Very nice.
Dirty 20 is good.
Give me damage. Give me
We are
damage.
surprisingly good at murdering vampires.
It's about all this
Yes,
team can do,
we're
yeah.
doing very well.
Well, vampires are actually pretty easy if you're prepared.
If you're prepared.
Especially wild vampires. They're dealable.
I'm learning some new things about our preparations here.
My totem warrior is
Oh,
like specifically designed.
3d6 times, not 1d6 times 10, 3d6 times 10.
Oh,
Ha!
You son of a!
outdid ya?
Biscuit eater.
Well-
Riff record, new riff record. Insane day.
Thank you, thank you.
That's double the hit point it has. You clean off the skin from the skeleton with a power of techno wizard water.
Beat me by 2.
That was like a body wash.
Yeah.
The body wash with
Literally.
axe.
I will draw my silver
Except it
tomahawk
smells
and
better.
start decapitating.
Yes.
Yes. You start decapitating the skeletons.
Yep. Silver tomahawk, decapitate all 5.
That is done.
Okay. Bonfire time.
I'm fine.
You set fire to the parts of skeletons.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get that fire just as raging hot as I can get, and put the skeletons in piece by piece.
You do this rather quickly, probably having done it before. You all notice this slight scream when the skeletons are burned at the last moment. Just and disappearing.
Alright, I go over to Clint, or the cowboy.
I'll be doing this for a minute while you
Kidding.
guys are chatting.
He's getting up, taking a toke on his great big cigar. Thanks a lot for that.
What was he flashing at them when we first saw the flash? What was?
It seemed like coming out of his hand.
Okay, he was using a light.
Well, he was using magic of some sort.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for that. Thought I was a gunner there.
What's
He
your name,
picks up his
partner?
hat. I'm Grey
Grey
Ghost.
Since psychic.
Well, actually give me a roll on that one.
I can't
That
sense
doesn't seem
crap.
like it.
I've got a cold. I'm snuffly. My nose is running. I'm kind of talking like this the whole time.
It's a magic flu.
You can try.
Can I try?
You can do a see aura if you want to.
Oops.
You don't need to roll to do a see aura. You just use the ISP. He does have a slight amount of ISP, not a lot. You think he might be a minor psionic, like a couple of powers. You do notice that his suit has some magic in it, probably techno-wizardry. He also has a techno-wizard gun at his belt. And he does seem to be mid to high level.
Now, with my X-ray, I've learned to recognize this type of circuitry, right? This type of cybernetics, blend in. I've seen these techno wizards before, right? These techno, and they have.
You can probably recognize most of the makes, unless it's very customized. Yes, you could.
Okay, yeah. So I'm starting to learn there. All right. So how did you get here?
I'm saying.
Well, I was on a mission, really. Tracked some vamps out here. Found them. Well, some of them anyways, just the wild ones. I'm pretty sure they have something bigger inside. It looks towards an opening into the caves.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were just about to head that way if you're willing to tag along.
We lost some cattle. We're on a
Well,
mission ourselves.
Great. The company would definitely be welcome. I mean, I wasn't prepared for that ambush, unfortunately. Thought they were further in. They seem to have some sort of way of hiding their scent.
How?
Apparently. Achoo!
How did that light that we saw earlier? Where did that come from?
That's my gloves. Bought them in Arsenal. Pretty handy.
You said Laszlo. Oh,
Arsenal.
First,
I can understand the confusion. It's pretty much the same name. No, it's down Arizona ways. Techno is a town.
All right.
But you seem to be more local than me anyway. You from these parts?
I'm from up north.
I'm from
We're from another
way.
plane of existence.
Hi, I'm
Cool.
Felix of the Forefathers tribe.
Great.
Remy. This is Kerr. And these are two Atlanteans, Demetrius and Sophia.
Hiya.
Lantians, I've heard about those. Aren't you supposed to be fighting all them vampires?
That's what we're doing.
That's what we did.
Oh, great. About time. And you, sorry. He looks at you, Dave.
My name is Kier. Hi.
Hello. Well, hello everybody. Well, seems like you seem to be from around here. Felix, was it?
Yeah, Felix. Hi, I'm Felix from the Forefathers tribe up north.
Oh, great. Well, haven't heard of that tribe before, but I'm from down south, so that might not be so strange anyway. Could you tell me, because one of the reasons I was sent here, do you have a lot of problems with vampires? I've heard they're pretty rare in these parts.
These are actually the very first ones I have personally encountered, although my tribe has passed knowledge on of them. This isn't our usual stomping grounds. We're much more likely to be taking on the Zytikics than the vampires.
That's the bog people, right?
The bugs, yeah. Nasty.
Yeah, we don't
gross.
have them down south.
They squirt into green goo when you pop them. Hive mind. Terrible creatures.
Can you kill them with a gun?
You sure as crap can?
It bleeds.
I like them already.
I mean, if you really wanted to. Honestly, these work better, in my opinion, but I'm a little biased. The spirits provide.
Well, seen you natives fight them creatures before, and I believe you.
The spirits provide.
Well, like I said, would be very happy for your help.
Let me just finish burning these things first. We don't want them to
of
come back.
course. Yeah, I saw you were doing a great job already.
If anybody has any psychic fire or magic fire, that would sure save time. But otherwise, I can get the coals hot enough.
You don't have gasoline?
We have a dragon, don't we?
The spirits
Okay.
provide. They don't
Also have
provide
mag.
gas.
Kier, do you wanna be burned, boy? Dave,
Hmm?
do you
Sorry,
wanna
what?
burn the bodies?
Oh, sure, if there's still bodies to burn.
He looks at you. That's a mighty neat trick.
Do you have to be in dragon form to do that, or you can do that in human form?
It doesn't really distinguish. It basically says that, when you are metamorphosis, you have the physical appearance of that
You
body,
still have all your powers.
but you still have all the powers and strength and everything of your normal form. So I could
Yeah.
technically transform
A
into
bird.
the.
And fire.
No, I was thinking a
A
rabbit.
rabbit too. Yeah.
With sharp teeth.
Teeth and fangs.
You got some powerful gas there. Bugs.
I have a player in my workplace that's a hamster. Well, she turns into a hamster and goes crazy with her fire breath. It's quite unusual.
I'm going to use this time to explain to the party why I asked for extra help from the fire, because in order to fully kill a vampire, they have regeneration, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you turn them into dust, they will regenerate. In order to defeat them, you have to separate the head from the body to prevent their regeneration. But that only prevents their regeneration so long, because if part of the head reattaches to part of the body, they regenerate. Or you can hit them in the heart, and that'll torpor them. And if that stake ever comes out, they regenerate. So you have to separate the head from the body and burn them both to dust, or they
Well,
regenerate.
What if
And
you
light.
keep
Building a fire hot enough to burn bodies and bones with nothing but wood takes some time.
What if you put the head in the jar and just burn the body?
And the head can regenerate.
A new body?
Yep.
Wow.
If any
Keyword
part
here is
of the
regenerate.
vampire
They
survives,
regenerate a lot, really.
they regenerate.
But anyway, well, great. Let's head on in there. Let me just reload my revolver. You see, I put more silver bullets into it.
I'll go in front.
I'm ready when you are.
I'll take point.
You all head into the caverns, I presume?
Yeah, the light's on, but apparently mines didn't have any effect. So,
Didn't seem like
but
it.
the globe of daylight, that was turned on. Is that still with us?
Yeah, how long does it last, Kia? What's the duration of the spell? Dave?
It's like
Oh, Globe of Daylight is.
Should still be there, but not forever.
Yeah. Globe of Daylight is 12 rounds per level.
12 rounds.
12 rounds. Okay, then
Three
it's
minutes.
probably gone as you head into the
So you
caverns.
can recast
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you need it, you could just recast it. Well, you head into some, at the beginning, very broad caverns, but labyrinthine, some would say. A lot of different directions. Fortunately, you several ways of detecting the many supernatural evils and vampires and stuff like that is going on in this cave. It's a bit hard to pinpoint precisely where it is, but you do get a general direction and can kind of find your way in to this strange place. A place that I will show you a picture of in roll 20 as you get in.
That way. Achoo!
Here you go. This is what you see. Purple and bluish crystals growing
Oh,
into each
cool.
other, covering the walls, the ground, and the ceiling.
That's fun.
Almost.
What types of crystals do you
Maybe it's the light you brought that makes it glow, but it seems to have some sort of inner glow, so to speak. I would like, let's see, those of you wearing environmental body armor, would you please make me a sensory equipment roll if you have sensory equipment, otherwise a perception test?
We just magic.
You don't wear environmental armor.
Oh, sorry. I
if
thought you
wear
said
it.
if you did. I thought you meant if you're not wearing it, then roll a perception. Sorry.
No, this is something the sensors
Gotcha.
in the armor might pick up on. But, and you don't have, I know I asked this 1,000 times, you don't have any bonuses, sorry, Remy. Do remind me if you get bonuses at some point.
No, okay, so I rolled, I failed.
You notice nothing? Well, other than the very glowy crystals, very pretty place, and
Do they look like the ones that we were at with the when the cows disappeared? Same
Yes,
color, same
yes, they
texture
do.
stuff?
A small difference in that it seems, how can I put this, like it seemed less alive, the ground crystal. This seems more there, more present. But all of your strange senses, be it ley lines, magic, or vampires, all rings that makes supernatural evil go, hey, I'm here, definitely goes off. You know you are in a place that is probably not healthy staying in for all that long. And to kind of emphasize that, you are all aware all of a sudden of a rumbling, both sensation and sound, as you feel the caverns not so much doing a cave-in as much as moving. And I think that's an excellent time to have a small break while you consider what you're gonna do about this situation. So let's say about 5 minutes.
Sure thing.
See you in a minute.
Welcome back, children of the night and lords of Lady of Fate. Enough of that. We are in the Crystal Caverns. And as you hear the rumble, you notice that your footing becomes a bit dodgy, one might say. I would like you all, if you have the skill, to do me a climbing roll. If you do not have the skill, please notify me that you do not have climbing.
Skills.
While you do that, I notice we have a redemption. We have 250 XP for Kier from...
I made my climb by 3 points! 3!
I pass.
Pass, cool.
I do not have climb.
Do not have climb. Excellent.
I can
excellent.
fly.
Yes, you can. And the Atlanteans. Will the Atlanteans climb?
Let me double check something real quick.
If you have acrobatics or gymnastics, you also have climb on that, by the way.
Okay, yeah, athletics general does not
Oh.
include climb.
Oh, good roll. Roll. And... Oh. And I suppose that you... Bill. So Bill and Kier, Demetrius and Kier lose their footing and scramble down, hit some crystals, which hurt a bit more than they should, you being MDC creatures. You both get 4 mega damage. And please do make me a save versus toxins, would you?
Okay. Hold on a second.
You and Kier.
Take 4
So
mega
Demetrius and
damage.
Kier. No, Demetrius, you.
One of you failed it.
Oh, she failed. Then Sophia.
And save versus toxins, you said?
Yep. Ooh.
Womp womp.
And no. Well, good. Well, a lot of the crystal are completely smashed by you, both falling on them, and nothing further happens. Now, as you climb onwards through this very strange and rather weird proportioned cavern.
Why are we climbing it though?
Well, it's if you have to get in, that's pretty much the way.
Okay.
Rough terrain.
How far? Well, when we first reached these crystals, how far do these crystals go on the ground?
You don't really know how far you are. You shouldn't be far underground. You haven't traveled that far yet. You have traveled a bit deep into the mountains. You guess you've been walking for about 10 minutes when you heard the rumble.
So, out of curiosity, the 4 mega damage that I take, is my bioregeneration healing it?
Nope.
Was that yes or no?
That's a no.
No. Okay.
Not if she doesn't know there's something wrong.
Well, I would kind of figure out something else. Like, wait, why am I not healing?
Not for 4 mega damage. You don't.
Okay.
That's a scratch for you.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to figure out if I should be planting some C4 around these crystals.
Please don't. Not while we're in here.
No, for later in collapsing whatever is in here that needs to be.
Think these crystal caves have been around for a while. The vampires are probably a new infestation. We can always blow them up on the way out, should we so decide.
Aside from traveling onwards, is there anything you do on your way?
Sniff a lot.
Well, give me a roll.
That's some good crystal, man! Oh.
You don't sniff crystal, you smoke it.
The spirits provide.
Lords and Layden's face do not support the message. Their views,
The views of
opinions are
the
their
individual
own.
players does not necessarily reflect the views.
Are we going to have that disclaimer every time if we get a juicer?
Oh no!
Ooh,
Oh no!
I haven't played a
Oh dear! When
juicer
we
in
get to
so
that, that'll be.
long.
I'll just do a general one. Juicers are bad.
This was my first character.
Drugs
I
are
do love
bad,
juicers, but
okay?
Juicers are bad.
You're a crazy.
Anyway, no juicers around for now, as far as you know. Do me the detect magic roll, Felix, the sense of weirdness, because there's definitely something around, but maybe you can pinpoint it a bit better.
I finally succeeded for a change.
Excellent. Well, it's kind of like you just clear your sinuses.
That's what sniffing the crystals do.
Woo! What a rush.
That's invigorating.
And you do notice the very different kinds of magic going around. You do notice some creatures, quite a lot of them, probably vampire, most likely, magic and evil anyway, and kind of earthy smelling, so to speak. And since you know that vampires are around, that would be a good guess. The cave itself definitely also has something going on. You would say something primal. You don't have law magic, so you can't really associate it with any school, but definitely not mortal magic, so to speak.
So there's lots of vampires here, and this cave smells alive?
What about the cattle?
Definitely dead.
You don't smell any cattle, but that could be because everything else is just forcing itself onto your senses, because the cattle is not supernatural as such.
Felix has a hunter's glee smile about him, a very predatory look at the thought of there being lots of vampires around.
Quite a few.
Sure. Oh, you are an undead slayer, aren't you?
He is. I
Yeah,
am
that's
a
what I
totem
thought.
warrior.
Oh,
Native American totem warrior.
never mind.
That'd be going off mission a bit.
I'm not trapped with them. They're trapped in
trapped
here with
with you.
me.
That'd be going off mission a bit. Like I said, we can just leave now and collapse the cave in if we think the cattle are dead and there's no point of trying to retrieve them.
I'd still like to check it out to make certain that these ones are the ones. So let me rephrase that. We're pretty certain Lord Bollocks is responsible for the cattle, but we're still missing 3/4 of the cattle, and I'd like to know if this cave is directly related to that. Otherwise, we don't have the full picture here. Plus, our friend here, the Gray Ghost, was coming in here. What were you? You were coming in here to hunt a vampire nest?
I was tracking vampires in the area. I've been sent here from down south to see there were some rumors about some masters crossing over, and I've been checking out rumors in the area.
The masters crossing over?
2 of them, at least.
Oh, I wonder if Lord Bollocks is a master. Surely
Who
not.
is this Lord Ballots?
Oh, so we killed a bunch of zombie cows, and after we killed a zombie cow, a big cow flew by and said, "I'll get you yet, you meddling kids!"
And a
Seems
little
like a very
dog.
stupid master vampire.
And then he mooed at me. Seems kind of dumb for a master vampire, but
Huh. And speaking of that, you do sense the presence of vampires. Both Atlanteans get that tingle, that ancestral tingle, that vampires are in the area, moving around, maybe sometimes in the walls. Where a normal soldier would just hold his gun ready, you just have your hand here, just doing a dance. Yes, well, would everybody who's not in environmental armor please give me a save versus toxin?
Another one, yay.
It's non-lethal, so that's the 16. Yep.
Nope. The dragon doesn't.
And Felix doesn't.
No, we are.
Well, since you already failed. Okay. Well, the rest of you don't really notice anything, but here you're having a very strange sensation. You've been having many strange sensations since coming to this world.
Yeah.
This one is much more uncomfortable than the one you usually experience. It seems like you have something stuck in your throat.
I feel it too.
Just a scratching, kind of. Maybe you're thirsty.
I was already sniffly though, so I mean, this is. I mean.
I just got a dragon pellet stuck in my throat, that's all.
Yeah. Your dragon friend kind of coughing, which at least to the Atlantean seems quite odd.
Yeah. What am I doing? I could probably.
Here's some whiskey. I hear that clears up your throat pretty good.
Drink different drinks that is being offered to you. It does help a little bit, but you'd still have this very odd sensation of a sore throat.
Yeah. What's going on?
So I scan him.
My throat feels all scratchy.
So as soon as you say that, I'll do an X-ray.
Yep. Please give me a perception roll. It won't be obvious unless you roll good. Very nice time to do your good perception. You notice that in the throat and the canals down to the lungs, there are tiny, tiny fragments of crystal.
Okay. I let the Atlanteans know. I announce it. I said, "There's something in your throat. There's some form of crystals. This thing that we counted earlier. Do they have the same texture, same color, same structure?"
It's a bit hard to tell with your X-ray vision, but it could be the same thing.
All right, I'm going to turn my head to the side, and I'm going to breathe out a gout of fire away from everyone.
Okay. Please.
I stand
roll
back.
Any die.
Stand back, way fuck back.
He did say away from everybody, but
Suddenly the dragon explodes like a pigeon with too much instant rice.
but just roll me a die, Dave. Any die, really.
Any die? Okay.
Any die.
Let's do a straight 20. No.
Excellent. Excellent.
Like that bluebird.
As your flame breath hits some of the crystal stalactites, they don't, as you probably thought, disintegrate. Instead, they kind of absorb the flames and begin to glow in a pulsating way. And you can kind of hear this keening noise beginning to echo in the caverns.
Is my throat better?
I scan.
No.
But they're now glowing, and I seen all this reaction to it. Like it absorbed the energy. It now like radiates with the energy. I explained what was going on while all that happened. Don't you have surgery?
You can do. You can do me a diagnosis. First, give me the. Ooh. It seems
Less than a 10.
it's alien, so it's hard to completely signify what it is. But best guess you can come up with, not guess, but diagnosis is it's some sort of parasite. And it's definitely not good for him. So do me another percentile if you want to do that diagnosis check. Well, not diagnosis, but surgery.
It's never cancer.
You swipe
But it
away
could be lupus.
into the body of the young dragon. You feel the strange sensation of the Atlantean hand inside of you. And as your hand emerges once more, you see that on your glove there's these slightly salty crystally glows from what you've removed.
So I scan everyone else to make sure they're clear of these crystals, and I rescan him to make sure he's clear of all these crystals.
You do notice that everybody except for you has these crystals, very tiny amounts, not as large an amount as here.
So I tell them they're all infected.
I'll be fine.
Well,
Does these react to any other? We've seen how it reacts to fire, but what about like cold, water? Oh, so I spray with water. That's the easiest thing I could do. I spray with water. I spray with light and see how it has any reaction. Those parasites that she took out.
it might be important. The water you spray is from your Techno Wizard gun.
Yeah.
Excellent. Then you do see a slight glow as the water hits one of the pillars. Not as large as the flame breath one, but something's going on. The water doesn't disappear though; it just hits the cabin floor.
Well, those things that she took out of Kira, right? She said they were on her glove. Those little crystals. I spray those because they were hit with fire, right? So it kind of had some radiation reaction to it. So I hit that with the glove and see if it has any effect.
It seems to have the same reaction, like the if you again spray with the rifle, it does seem to glow a bit when you do it, but the water remains. It doesn't get absorbed.
And the crystals remain.
Yeah.
They don't seem. And what about light?
You see light. It does reflect like you would expect. It is crystals, but other than that, nothing.
Okay.
So did the psychic surgery remove the crystals from my throat?
Yes, they did. But Sophia, if you want to do it through the three of the rest of you, make me 3 percentile rolls to see if you can remove it from Felix and Demetrius and yourself.
Okay.
I'm
And
fine. I don't need anybody's hand going into my throat.
And am I feeling better after she does that?
It does begin to heal. At the beginning, nothing is really different, but then your regeneration kicks in.
Ah, good.
Sophia, who was the last one for? Be honest.
I said I didn't want it.
Well, you do it to all three of you. You're not really sure how successful you are because your glove is now pretty covered in this crystally stuff.
My X-ray can help though, right? I can see how well if that has been removed or not. I can check.
You can make me a perception check. Seems to be removed. Oh, which also reminds me, Remy, do me another perception test that is a little bit unrelated. Good. You notice one of the meters in your heads-up display is giving you warning signs. Not any warning you're gonna die, but something draws your attention. It seems like something is clogging your air filter
Something's clogging my air filter.
in the suit, yes.
Is there a way to discharge it?
Well, you could probably do it if you take off your helmet, but I'm not sure that will be a good idea at the moment. Should take you about a half an hour to clear it out with a filter. You do have 2 hours of air in the suit. But only 2 hours if you want to take from there.
Okay.
That's up to you, of course.
All right. So duly noted. So it was clear when I came in. It's just clogged now. And it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So whatever we gotta do it quick.
Well, I'm moving deeper into the cave.
Excellent. Well, you climb onwards, try not to stumble. You get used to the terrain. It's not like it's hard because you can't fall far, but you probably shouldn't be inhaling those crystals, so a bit tough. But every now and then that keening noise just comes and goes. And the Atlanteans most definitely notice that it kind of follows their sense of vampiric nature in the area. We are somewhat related.
And I continue moving deeper.
Well, everyone who has detect ambush, please give me a detect ambush. Oh, that would be completely different detect ambushes. Oh, great. Well, Felix, you notice that the sounds begin to somewhat follow you, like moving through the walls. You also notice that the cavern walls... Oh,
Power punch ground.
power punch!
The wall, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
well-
walls. The walls are not completely airproof, so to speak. You do see small cracks in the crystals here and there, and you get a feeling that there might be a small networks. Well, I wouldn't say tunnels, but canals between a lot of the crystals. This is also where you all begin to notice that the ground seems to change color a bit more greenish, and texture seems to begin to rise as you all notice that this is not the ground but mist forming around you.
Oh crap, are we crossing over into Ravenloft?
Now's a good time for a globe of daylight.
Yeah, I will send out another globe of daylight.
You do that. Unfortunately, the mist does not seem to be affected by this. Well, fortunately, because that means it's mist and not vampires in mist form.
When I can go intangible, so I can also walk on mist when I'm intangible.
Yes.
What do I need the environmental filter system running when I'm intangible?
Well, that's the thing, because when you're intangible,
Am I breathing?
stuff like breathing is kind of a tough one. That's kind of one of your weaknesses, actually.
Yeah. Right. Right. There's.
You do have training with your powers, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Your air filter probably would do nothing if you become.
Say again.
Your air filter would probably do nothing if you become.
Got you. So I have it more protection having it on.
I'll draw my bow.
You have your bow drawn. You know what I mean. Can't speak. But I will just put you for no reason whatsoever into a completely different area. 20? My ghost is definitely following you, looking around, very paranoid, holding his gun ready. He seems to be aware that something is crawling through the walls, but doesn't know exactly where they are. But you reach a somewhat larger area. Not so much tunnel as stairway, some might say. Platforming. And you can all put your tokens at the bottom if you want to. Again, completely unrelated reasons.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I'll just...
Also, I feel like we're only seeing half the map. Is it supposed to be a rectangle?
Yes, but I have
Okay.
the fog of war going on, so... you can't see
Gotcha.
this.
That makes sense. I'm a smart one.
Fog
Okay.
of war.
So I believe if you can try.
You click on your character and you drag it over and drop it into the.
It should work if you do that. I see. Yeah, you got it to work. Cool.
There we go. Yeah.
Excellent.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, click on my picture and drag it. It's not doing anything.
No. Okay. So in the toolbar on Roll20, there's on the top of the chat window, you've got the conversation for chat. You've got the art library with the pictures, and then right next to that, then you have the journal.
Yeah.
The journal has all the character sheets. So you click on journal, you should see characters, list of all the characters.
Yeah.
You find your character name, left click and hold, and just like that. You are welcome.
I have now learned a little bit more about Roll20 because I am terrible with it, which kind of kicks me in the butt on Tuesdays when I run because sometimes I need to do things and I don't know how.
I think it's easy once you get to know many of the smaller functions, and it actually you get to know it if you use it a lot. I figured so far, but yes, you see this stairway going up. I will repeat it more because you are very gung ho and going in the front of the map. That's a good couple of heroes. Good, excellent. I like that attitude. However, I think, to be fair and not completely evil and anything, would the Atlanteans please make me, I think it's a percentile roll. Good. Not so good. Which one had the 13? Demetrius? You definitely noticed vampiric presence up ahead.
Okay. Oh, I see where you said stairway. Okay. All right.
Somewhere up here.
Yeah.
Really? Then I run up to the top of the stairwell.
Why don't we put a globe there?
Well, Felix go up here, I guess.
Yep.
And that means, you see this? I didn't really get to move them before you spoke, so they will not move any more than I've already moved them. You notice 5 Minotaur vampires.
Moo!
Going moo, with big fangs in their cow mouth, which looks pretty weird. I will show you a picture of set vampire cows. They look like this. Yeah, you're in the right one. They look like that. They have capes. Vampiric Dracula capes.
It almost looks like a vampire version of Rintra.
5 of
I'm
these
guessing-
prepare to attack you, and is a bit startled of the totem warrior coming and running. So let's do completely normal initiative with no ambush bonuses or anything. Well, for me anyway, you still get your 6th sense and all that.
Initiative 3.
No, that's not. It's a slash. Oh, yay.
Nice.
Vampies?
Oh.
The vampy cows? The bloody cows. Ah, goddamn. Not pretty fast. And I need to roll for the Clint. But then it's not that fast. Maybe it's because he still has a very battered armor and his ribs are broken. So good. Well, as they... Let's get back to the battle map. We have seen the cowled cow. Go, and we'll start with Remy with 22. What do you do?
All right, so I like where I am trying to use that wall as a cover,
Sure.
and but I don't know actually. It's hard to see the map with these freaking icons. I might want to be on it.
You can zoom in a bit if that helps.
Yeah. All right, I'm in range, so I just have to fire my shotgun.
Yeah. Give me a strike roll. Oh, that's definitely a hit. Give me some damage.
Am I confirming that these lights that with the shadow of the crosses of that we've been wearing have no effect on these things?
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Right.
Try and ask Greg Ghost about it when you're not fighting. Maybe he knows.
Well, I thought we were consorted experts.
Expert-ish?
Also, we were in Michigan.
It's vampiresfromwish.com.
We were also talking to people in Michigan, and vampires are from Mexico.
This is also true. But that gets us to Kier. What do you want to do?
Okay, so my speed attribute is 31. So I am looking at running to back up Felix right behind him. I can make that in one movement action.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. And I'm assuming that I'm in human form exploring caves.
Yeah, that would probably have been wise, and you haven't said that you've changed your shape
Okay.
so that fits.
Okay. Water cannon to the lead Minotaur.
Yep. Give me that Stragro.
Is that the same one that the Weapon X had already shot?
I guess so. Remy, which one did you shoot? This one over there? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so I'm targeting. Hold on a second. Control. Okay. Yeah, I'm targeting that one right there. Okay.
Cool.
So that's a D20 plus 3. Ah! Why am I. Slash, huh? Plus 16.
That is a hit. It will try to dodge you because it is aware of your presence and it does not like your cannon. It hurts. It definitely
bleeds
dodges
like
you.
hygiene.
It really doesn't like bats. It goes moo and shakes his head. And completely dodges your shot.
Okay.
So that gets us to Sophia. So you're gonna use the vampire as a weapon and your stake in your hand as your target. Give me a strike roll. I'm up for that. Let's see what happens. Oh, good roll. He will try to get out of the way.
Vampire cow. The other red meat.
He does not get out of the way. And I suppose it was the one closest to you did this to, Sophia? This one, yeah. Well, moo! Get down here. I won't be. It's not a heart piercer, but do give me 1d6 damage for hitting it with what's really a wooden knife. 6 damage. Excellent. There's a very angry vampire cow standing in front of you now, Sophia. And that gets us to Demetrius and Felix. You are both at 16. Who wants to go first?
Go for it, Demetrius.
Do a cold shot. Good roll. How much plus do you have to strike? Yep. Excellent, because that takes away the minus from the cold shot. And then you hit. It doesn't parry. Good. It now has a stake kind of not sticking in through its ribs because 2 damage so far, but just hanging, kind of like the syringe in Pulp Fiction. Yep. Ow, 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 ow. So maybe a mallet would be very helpful at this stage, but let's go with Felix first.
So my first instinct is to try to finish off the one that they've been injuring. But my second instinct is, there's 3 of them down there. They can handle it. I'm going to go after the one that he splattered the water gun beside.
Yep. the front one?
Yep. With my bow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which has a +8.
Your whole rushing into the combat makes me think you're gonna use melee weapons. What can I say?
So my bow does way more damage, although if they get within melee range, I have a silver hatchet. But my bow does enough damage to knock them down long enough for the fight to finish and me to chop heads off.
Oh, I can definitely understand you using your bow. Don't be wrong. He will try to get out of your way. Well, out of your arrow's way. And he actually does dodge that. No. He's very dodgy.
It's okay. I have 6 more attacks.
And that gets us to the vampires. Well, they don't have 6 more attacks anymore anyway, so we will start with the vampire that's kind of stabbed down by the Atlanteans. He's very angry that he's got pulled by Sophia, so he's gonna try and bite you. Yes, he is. Oh, he's gonna try. He's gonna fail, but he's gonna try. He kind of tries to bite down, but the stake in his heart stops the distance, and he kind of just misses your throat and just bites into the air. He goes moo a bit, and it gets pushed in a bit further.
Sophia needs dinner first before she gets kissed.
Yeah. Just bad manners, really. The other vampires will swarm. Swarm, I say. And we have 2 of them trying to bite Felix. Carry me a 8 and a 22.
Okay.
Harry? Definitely slap away the fangs of the vampire cows. And Kier, you will have to parry. Let's see. Ow! An 18 and a 17?
Okay. Hold on a second. Plus.
If pixie sticks are magic, this is magic blood.
Okay, so 24 and a 20. That should
That definitely does it.
do both.
You
Parries both of them.
You also swiped away the fangs of the vampire. And that gets us to... Well, that gets us to one that's not on the map because I haven't put Ghost on the map yet. I'll just put Ghost on the map. Well, I'll just use David for now. Sorry, David Bowie, you are being used as Clint Eastwood today. David Bowie, or Clint Eastwood, will go over here and shoot the one that's trying to bite Sophia. Well, he does hit, but not well. It's really not as impressive as I thought he would be. Especially because the vampire just kind of sidesteps him and laughs at him.
Finally, a proper fight.
Well, back to Remy.
Grenade.
Yes, over there.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
cool.
Yeah, grenade.
When in doubt, grenade it out.
Now,
Cover your
just to be
eyes.
sure. Just to be sure which kind of grenade. Yes, that one. Good.
Flash grenade. Cover your eyes.
Well, straight D20. Very good roll. I will do 4 saves. They all go and look away from Felix and Kier. I would, even though you are warned, Felix and Kier, I would like you both to do me what amounts to a parry roll, because you kind of just do this with your hand or something like that.
Okay, hold on a second.
That's enough.
Okay, parry, right?
That's also enough. Fine, no problem. You are not blinded. But the vampires most certainly are. So, Kier, your turn.
My turn again. Okay. Alrighty, I am going to water cannon. This one right there.
Yep. Gonna point blank that water cannon. Stuff it down his throat. Maybe, depending on your roll.
Maybe.
That's a pretty good roll. Why does it roll
7?
twice?
No, that 22. That was my parry.
That was your parry from before. Sorry. Well, then you don't hit. You squirt it over his shoulder, and some of the crystal gets wet. And that leaves us with, well, gets us to Sophia. You gonna hammer it in? Do me a strike roll.
And my question was, is that vampire affected?
Doesn't seem like it, no. Not the way you're using your crosses for now, anyway.
No, the flash grenade.
Oh, the flash grenades, they work. Oh, most definitely.
The one that was attacking Sophia.
Oh, no, because that was looking the other way. Sorry. Then no, then I definitely parry you, even though you are quite strong. He slaps away your hand and goes, moo! Which maybe means no. Moo means moo.
Moo, 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 moo.
Wait, that gets us to Felix and Demetrius.
Go for it, Demetrius.
Hammer that stake. Better. 20, yes. That is a hit. As you hammer in the stake, excellent. You hammer it through the ribs and into the heart of the Minotaur vampire. And you see, once again, the process of it going poof, and skeleton. Minotaur skeleton this time. Cow skeleton.
So
I will
quick,
not remove it because it's still a skeleton.
Take its head, right?
quick question on using ranged weapons in melee.
Yep.
Are we at any sort of a penalty, or is there anything that you want to do special on?
No, not really. Not unless it's something really unwieldy, like a bazooka or something like that. I'm totally cool with you using it.
And I would assume they get to parry instead of dodge because they're in parry range, but I just wanted to make certain, because my bow does way more damage than my silver axe.
Maybe you could just step a bit away and shoot. That kind of makes sense.
Sure.
Then they can parry.
Or that, or I can do, the Hawkeye thing, like when they're right beside me, go, do the sideways gangster style bow.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
They can parry a range shot. That's the Palladium rules. Sometimes they're silly. Well, most of the time they're silly. Gotta use them. Well, it will try to dodge you because it doesn't like that bow. Doesn't like that bow at all. It does not dodge you.
Suck it, Blue. 57 points of damage.
Ah!
and which one did you shoot?
Whichever one that he had shot the water cannon at. So I guess the one to his right.
Yeah, it's this one right here.
Oh, the one to his
That one.
left.
That one.
Because I always
Oh.
protect my allies before myself.
That would be. That is not one of the ones you've hit before, which means
I don't think
it does not.
any of these 4 have been hit before.
No.
Because Remy had hit the one that was up to the right, and that one came down, and now they're fighting it. But these 4, I don't think have been hit at all.
Oh yes,
Nope.
I have one hit.
Oh.
I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
from a water gun.
Not mine.
But it's number 3, so it still has some hit points. Not a lot, but still. There's some flesh still on the bones and the ribs, and it can still bite you. Well, get to you. It anyway. So, and it's now. Excellent. Excellent. Now 3 of them are trying to bite you, Felix.
Moo 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 moo.
That would be no, yes, and yes. One of them hits you.
You punk.
And devours 13 damage from you. Biker vampires. We're playing Master right now, and it's Brute Jaws. Anyway, that was the. Well, we still need that vampire. No, he's a skeleton, so he won't be a thing. And one will attack here. Well, I do hit with an 8, but probably parry that.
Yeah, hang on.
I mean, yeah. No
Yep.
problem. Not at all. So, Ghost will shoot and hit that one over there, and that means he will use his last attack to dodge. If she will not. Excellent. So, the one you almost killed, Felix, gets a silver bullet in the skull, and you see it completely turn into skeleton and die. Well,
I'll give a quick tip of the head to the shooter.
and that means round 3 with Remy.
So, has this one been hit yet? The one I'm pinging?
That is the one that has been hit, yes.
How about this one?
It is skeleton. You know what? I'm just gonna move it a bit so we won't get confused. There's still skeletons, but I'm just.
So, what about this guy?
He is not wounded at all.
Okay, so I want. I'm sure he's in my range.
No problem.
Yeah, I want to fire my
It should be
shotgun at
plenty.
him.
Yep. Oh. No.
Ow.
No. No, that's not. No.
You froze up again. Okay.
Yes, you shoot some crystal. That gets us to Kia.
Alrighty. Okay, so the one that's off to my left, Felix tagged with his bow last round, right?
And the shooter finished him.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the
so
finished
he's
one. I'm just
got-
gonna
okay,
check the
so-
one
oh.
that's damaged. That is this one.
Yeah, the one to your right is partially damaged.
Okay. No, I'm not going to worry about him. I'm going to worry about the one to Felix's left.
Cool.
And I'm going to step back one. Just give me a little bit of range.
Hmm.
And water cannon him.
Give me a strike roll.
Wah.
Hit. I have no more attacks to dodge with.
Oh, yay.
Because I dodged a lot of attacks.
6 times 10.
And another one to the skeleton pile. And another one goes, and another one goes. Another one bites the water cannon. You just blow him over there. He's now in a pile of bones by the rest of the bones.
He's doing massive damage this game.
Yep, definitely. That vampire equipment is really good.
I'm a glitter boy without the sonic boom.
Yeah. Don't even need to stand still when you do it or anything.
Yep.
Well, that gets us to Sophia. Yep, what do you do with it? Yes, with telekinesis. Yeah, cool. Give me strike roll. Very good. I cannot touch. Give me 1d6 damage. Excellent. Once again, a wobbly stake is sitting in the front of this creature. He doesn't like it at all, but it's not pierced his ribs yet. But still, that's a bit more damage. And that leaves us with Demetrius and Felix.
Go, Demi.
Oh, I was about to say, your wilts probably won't do anything. Pew pew.
Thunder gun. Thunder gun.
Kaboom!
That is a hit.
Ooh.
Give me magic damage. I know.
Oh yeah.
I know. This is my boomstick. That's different. That's horror factor and stuff like that.
TW Thunder Gun.
This is definitely supernatural evil. Roll them dice. $50 damage to the already damaged one. Then it's a gone. Well, it's skeleton. Good, good, good.
And
Oh,
I'll go for the remaining one.
Do it, Felix. Do it. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Damn it, I didn't quite hit 60 though. 56.
It was my fault. I always told him to do it.
Yes, you got his courage up and everything, and just 4 hit points more, but no. Well, it's almost dead, but not quite. Which makes, well, its turn. It has 4 hit points left. It sees all its fellows being skeletoned. It is not at all happy with the situation and has the wherewithal to think, me fog now. Turns into fog and quickly
Fire breath.
floats into the mountainside and disappears. Unfortunately, fire damage actually doesn't do anything when it's in mist form.
Silver axe, decapitate.
Yes.
You can still hit him.
I don't know
though, right?
I don't know that I can build a fire here, though, unfortunately.
Well, you have a dragon.
Yeah. Okay. We'll make that happen.
Remy, you were about to say something? I thought I heard you.
It's still susceptible to a water damage, though, right? The mist.
Nope.
No.
almost impossible. But as you decapitate the rest of the skeletons and hear that moo as you burn the bodies in dragon breath, I think it's an excellent place to slowly fade away and continue next time with what has been the Maze of Glory. Not by bad Joey, but almost. So, before we go, if you have enjoyed the show, please hit the follow button at the bottom of the right screen. And tune in tomorrow at night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for a third Halloween one-shot with the Fates of the Dead show. You can catch all of our Halloween shows and all our previous episodes on YouTube. Then Monday we will close out the Halloween stream with a Star Trek Halloween special at 8:30 p.m. Chance, would you like to say something about the corner?
Well, after our gruesome spirit journey into the dream world full of blood, bones, and other horrifying imagery, they woke up to an empty picked village, and we find out why next time on Tuesday at 6 Eastern.
I like the plot part. Now Thursday we will find the outcome of the Imperial base incursion in Star Wars at 8:30. And of course, we will be back at Saturday for more Maze of Glory. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we will continue into our raid.
Good night.
Happy Halloween.